Hello guys, what is up? This is another video on the channel here for you guys. I'm going to be ranking every single Premier League winger. This is going to be absolutely mad. If you guys are on this channel and happen to watch the video for the first time, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe, as we are very close to hitting 2,000 subscribers. That is an absolutely massive milestone that I hope we can achieve together. Anyway, let's kick off with the video that you guys are here to see instead of me begging for subscribers. Right, so Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes is a very good player in my opinion. I definitely think he's just going very good. Great player for Leicester, I think, for where he came from, you know. Leicester reserve, they went on loan to West Brom. Absolutely shining and so well for them. And like I said, he's now proven to be a very good player for West Brom. For Leicester, sorry. And yeah, I think he is a great talent. I do think if he continues the way he's been going, I think we could see him in world class. Andros Townsend, he's been fairly meh, to be fair, recently with Palace. We can't lie. I feel like Eze and Schlupp have all outshone him recently. However, he still is a decent player. However, it wouldn't surprise me in a few years we might see him down at like a West Brom or a Sheffield United or something like that. Jota, in my opinion, is world class. I think he's a great player. I think it's shown how much Liverpool have missed him. I think he's a great player. Always posed a massive goal scoring threat. Just got a notification on my phone saying Sam Cosgrove signed for Birmingham on a 3.5-year deal. Good stuff. Yeah, so Diego Jota, world class player. Mahrez, exact same reasoning. I feel like he's been fantastic. Manchester City, great player. Left, right, can cross, can run, fantastic. Jeff Hendrick, not good, is he? Let's face it. A lot of Newcastle fans always complain about him. Why on earth is he in the team? But what I've seen, I don't think he's done overall, you know, as bad as I think Newcastle fans think. But yeah, I'll stick him in bad. Theo Walcott, I'm going to stick him in good. I think, you know, for his age and everyone thought his career was down the drain. I think he definitely had a comeback at Southampton. I think he's a great player, and I think we could see him in Southampton times for many more years. Robert Snodgrass. Oh, let's face it, Snodgrass. I think I'll stick in the same boat. You're a good player, but you're one of them players who are too good for the too good for the Championship, and not good enough for the Premier League. So yeah, Snodgrass goes there. Yarmolenko goes in meh. He hasn't had that much of a go at West Ham recently, but when he does play, I definitely think he fights for the shirt and he does very well. Another one then that I think has got a brilliant finesse shot. Man, 6'2" as well, I think. Robbie Brady, he's fought for his place back in the Burnley lineup and he's definitely got it. He's been incredible in my opinion. You know, he's so quick, dribbling, and even come back on the defence. And yeah, Robbie Brady, indecent. Gineppo, I'm going to stick him in good. I think it'd be unfair to have Theo Walcott in good and not Gineppo. I think Gineppo has been an amazing super sub for Southampton. I think he's a great player. Still getting used to the Premier League as well. Don't remember, he still hasn't reached his full potential. When he reaches his full potential, honestly, he's going to be an absolute threat. McNeil, good as well. I think he's been a great player, McNeil, this season. So good, so talented. I'd love to see him out at another club like a Leicester and Everton. I definitely think he could get in that team. Yeah, I think he's done very well for a good youngster in Burnley, and I definitely think he's a bright future ahead of him. Goodmanson, oh, you haven't done too good recently, have you? Like, you were good. You're a good player, but you're just not getting played enough. You know, if Robbie Brady overbeats you, no offence, but you're not really that good. You're slow. I could see you maybe going back. I might even put you in Championship, but nah, I think Championship would be a bit unfair. Pulisic, I really highly rate Pulisic. I think he's very good. I think he's one of Chelsea's best signings over the years. I think he's been such a good threat for Chelsea, you know, offensively. He can score, he can shoot, he can run, he can dribble, even a bit of physicality on him. He can beat defenders so easily, and yeah, I think he's a very good player. Callum Hudson-Odoi will go in good. I think he's a very good player. He would, I think. No, I can't put him in very good. I'll put him in good though. I think he is in the same boat as most of these players as a player yet. But I feel like if he continues the way he's going, I definitely think he'll be in the very good category. Jeffrey Schlupp, we're going to stick in decent. I think I'm gonna stick him in meh. I think he's been meh for Crystal Palace, but when he usually comes in, he does well. James Rodriguez, he's a very good player. He's transformed Everton so much to actually get them fighting for Europe, and that's very nice to see. You know, it seems like Liverpool and Everton might have a bit more of a rivalry now, but James Rodriguez is a phenomenal player. Bernard, yeah, he's a decent player, but no, actually, I'm going to stick down Bernard now. I don't think he's done that much for Everton recently, but when he does come on, I definitely think there are Premier League qualities in him. Would love to see a bit more of him. I think if we see more of him, I'll probably put him in decent, but like I say, he's mainly on the bench, to be fair. Iwobi, He can dribble and run. That's it. He can't pass. He can't shoot. Lookman, decent. I think you're a decent player coming from RB Leipzig, and I think you've done very well for them. I definitely think you fought for the Fulham shirt. Ivan Cavallero, put him in decent. I think he's another decent player. Still fairly new to the Premier League. Another one then that are too good for the Championship, but not 100% Premier League quality just yet. Martinelli, I think I've got to stick him in good. I think he's a very good player, Martinelli. I think these two are going to be the future of London's club's wingers. I think he's a fantastic player, Martinelli and St. Callum and Odoi. I think these two have bright futures ahead of them. Jack Harrison, another one of them players I think are too good for the Championship and not good enough for the Premier League. I do think you're still a bit of a Championship quality player. However, you still are very young. I think you're not that bad. You could definitely do a job. Raphinha, I think he's a very good player. I think he's been one of Leeds' best signings over recent years. I think he's done very well for them. Helder Costa, meh. Jose Perez, I'm sticking him in very good as well. I think he's been an incredible signing by Leicester. And the Southampton Newcastle for very cheap. Was it 14.5 million pounds? Very good fee for a player which can play centre forward, right winger, and possibly even cam. Maybe even striker as well. He's a very good player, and I gotta admit, I really do rate him highly. Castanga, haven't heard too much of you, but I think you're a decent player. I think he got a double on his debut against West Brom, if I'm not too wrong. But he is a decent player, and I think if Leicester are going to make a title push, I definitely think he should be in that. Sadio Mane, we all know why he'd go with. He's a decent young age for a winger, and he's so quick, can shoot, can dribble. He's one of the best players in the world, not just in the Premier League. And yeah, Mane, great player. Salah, exactly the same reasons. Another player. However, like I said, maybe Salah doesn't pass enough. But, yeah, I think he's a go-to player. Minamino, I think he's a good player. I think he can definitely do a job. Let's say if Salah ever gets injured for a bit, I think he is a good player. He provides so much threat and quality going forward. Very quick, very good shooting, and a decent crosser. Shaqiri, exact same reason. I'd love to see him get more first-team football in the Premier League for maybe not for Liverpool, but maybe another club. I think he's a good player, done very well for Stoke, and I feel like he is a great backup option for Liverpool. Sterling, world class. Look, I gotta admit, Mahrez and Sterling are very close to putting goated, very close. But yeah. Willian, let's take him in overrated. Fran Torres, you've got me Fran Torres despite the fee which I think Man City paid for him. I think he is starting to fulfil it. I think he's a decent backup option. I feel like if Mahrez gets injured, he'll definitely come in and do a job. I think he's coming off the bench a lot more recently now, and I definitely do think he is a decent player. Can shoot, can run, can dribble, can pass. Obviously, a bit of shame about his physicality, because I think he can easily get shoved enough the ball. Obviously, that's not really a winger's job. A winger's job is to basically, just outpace them fullbacks. Greenwood, good. I'm not going to put him above Hudson-Odoi or Martinelli. You guys will kill me in the comments. But, I think he's a good player. Yeah, good. Rashford, yeah, world class. Well, I don't think many people can argue with that. I think he's been one of Manchester United's best players, this season and over many seasons. Great player as well. Very mature head on him. And, yeah. Dan James, right, Dan James, you have definitely redeemed yourself recently, haven't you, lads? You're playing really well for Manchester United, what I've heard when you come off the bench. You're a great player, very young, and I definitely, if you hit your full potential, you can be an absolute unit for Manchester United. I'd love to see you go out on loan, though, to maybe like a Leeds or a West Brom or Crystal Palace, just to get that full season of Premier League football under your belt. It's a bit of a shame, that hasn't happened yet, but yeah, decent player. And, yeah, Matt Ritchie. You're not good, are you, Matt Ritchie? Let's face it, you're not Premier League quality. Murphy, Championship. Could do a job in the top 6 team in the Championship, so I'm sticking in the Championship. And Maximin, very good player in my opinion. He can create something out of nothing for Newcastle. I think that's the reason why Newcastle are where they are. Well, not in terms of that bad, but why they're still in the Premier League and why they're pushing for a mid-table spot is because of him. Ryan Fraser, I haven't seen too much of you lads, so I'm going to stick you in D. So I'm going to fair to play. I haven't seen too much on, but what I have seen, he doesn't look the same as he did when he was at Bournemouth, but I feel like he'll hit that soon. Nathan Redmond, I think one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. Nathan Redmond, I think he gets enough credit that he deserves. Consistently staying in the team which are pushing for Europe. I think Southampton have got a bright future ahead of them. Same as Stuart Armstrong. I think he's a massively underrated player. If we had an underrated category, Jesus, there'd be so many players in that. Stuart Armstrong, great player, doing very well, scoring a bag of goals, coming from the Scottish League. Many people call the Scottish League a farmers' league, but Stuart Armstrong has definitely not proved to be a letdown for Southampton. I think he's been a great player, very versatile as well. Saka, we'll stick him in good because, like I said, I don't want any arguments in the comments. Son, GOAT, he's one of the best wingers in the Premier League. He's done okay. This one really scored my point for this, right? If you take Son out the Spurs team, Spurs will struggle. If you take Mahrez or Sterling out the Man City team, I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. I feel like Son is that something unique. You know, despite Spurs do have a lot of rotational players, you know, just as much as Man City have. But, like, Son's just Son. Bergwijn, I think you're a good player, Bergwijn, but you haven't proved that to be recently, so I'm going to stick you in decent. Over this season and the last couple of this season, nah, actually, you know what, I'm going to stick him in good. If I'm being unfair, it's probably decent. Gareth Bale. I'm joking. Decent player. Lucas Moura, very good. He's turned around Spurs massively. I think he's one of the best Premier League signings of recent years. Great player for Spurs. Like I said, very quick, can shoot, can dribble. Very happy with him. Eric Lamela. Whoa. Where do we put you here? I'll stick him in decent. You're a decent player, Lamela. You're a decent player. Diagana now. It's a bit of a shame by Diagana because I don't think he's fully ready for the Premier League yet. But I think he is, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like maybe at the end of this season, I feel like he definitely will be a Premier League player, you know. But like I said, he can still show a little bit of nerves here and there, you know. Not doing too well. Confidence is a bit low. However, you are a good player, so I'm going to stick you in Met. Matt Phillips, you should be in the Championship. I'm sorry, but you know, like, you're not Premier League. Let's face it. Like, come on, none of you guys can agree with that, can you? He's not Premier League. Pablo Fornals. Yeah, he's a good player for Fornals, in my opinion. I'm sticking him in good. I think he's done very well for West Ham, signing from, was it Villarreal? I believe it was Villarreal for a £20 million fee. Yeah, he's a good player. Jared Bowen, very good in my opinion. I think he's been very good since he's transformed West Ham. He really has. You know, as soon as he came in at West Ham, goal, assist, goal, assist, goal. You know, that was the goal, assist, sleep, repeat. That is his motto. He is an amazing player. I think he definitely. I think he moved at the perfect time as well. Instead of staying another season at a whole, I definitely do think he is a Premier League player, and I feel like, you know, in a few seasons, if he continues the way he's going, you never know. Benarama, I'm going to stick him in good. I think he's a good player. Not fully ready for the Premier League yet. Very hard to judge over half a season so far. He's made his move permanent from West Ham. He's made his move permanent from Brentford to West Ham now, I believe. Yeah, great signing. Grealish. Pedro Neto. Yeah, you're a decent player. You're still fairly young, to be fair. I think you've got a bright future ahead of you, Pedro Neto. I'm so happy what Wolves do, to be fair. Bringing young players up and just training them and, you know, providing them to be good Premier League players. I think Pedro Neto is definitely one of them. Podence, I mean, he's a very good player. He literally creates something out of nothing. Adama, he's had a decent, like, no, I'm sorry, you know, I know people are going to say this, let's face it, you know, he's patient, that's it, and skill. He's not good at shooting, not good at passing, you know, but, well, no, he's not bad, but, you know, I don't think he's that good as people say. Trezeguet, yeah, you haven't done too well recently, have you? You haven't done too well. I think Villa could offload you and get some money. Not Lookman, sorry, Bernard Traore, I don't know why I said Lookman. Yeah, you've been so good for Villa, honestly. I think you've been one of Villa's best players this season. You know, I think if anybody argues with that, I think you're living in cuckoo land, like Roy Keane would say, because, you know, he's done so well for Villa. You know, especially coming from the league, especially with the one-star weak foot in FIFA. But, you know, like I said, he's a great player. Very quick, can shoot, can dribble. He's been such a threat for many teams, and I definitely think he is a good player. Like I said, he didn't play that well the other night against Southampton, did he? But then again, not really much of the Villa squad did. you know, but yeah, he's a good player. He's been very good this season. El Ghazi, yeah, you're a decent player. You're doing well in the Premier League, you know, for Villa. Trossard, good player. Janabashk, meh. And Pepe, I think this is going to cause like him. Pepe is a very good footballer. Very good. Okay? So, boys, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to the channel, please remember to drop a like, subscribe, and the more if any of you guys could. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I love every single one of you. And I hope to catch you all in the next stream or video, lads. Love you all, and I'll see you all in a bit.